Boy, oh boy, buckle in because this is by far some of the worst advice that I have ever heard, and I want to talk about it. Not the advice that I'm about to give you. I think that's going to be genuinely helpful. This is a series called Wisdom Wednesday where I give you guys some wisdom or something that I think will be beneficial to you from my experience of having a Pokemon card business or my experience of being a pastor or just, existing here on the earth and doing what I do. But if this is your first time here, my name is TJ. I run a business, Pastor TCG. I also serve as a pastor at a church where I get to lead people. And yes, I love getting to record videos and hang out with you guys. By the way, if you were here last night for the 3,000 subscriber live stream where we were doing a rip and ship and hanging out and ripping packs open, so much fun. Towards the end of the stream, somebody hit a Rayquaza trainer gallery from Silver Tempest, so that was pretty sweet. Anyways, just all sorts of fun. I seriously appreciate you guys liking, subscribing, leaving a comment below. All of that stuff does help. But Wisdom Wednesday, like I said, every Wednesday, I think that this is something that's going to be beneficial to you in the business space, for you just as a person, as a dad, maybe as a spouse, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Like, I think this is going to help you. But man, again, this is some of the worst advice I've ever heard because I think it's pretty counterintuitive to what I believe to be a foundational truth. And the foundational truth is that I believe that who you are is more important than what you do. That the value that you bring here on earth is far more than just what you are able to accomplish and what you're able to do. There are more important things than how much money you make. There are more important things than how high your earnings are in your career. There are more important things than the stuff that you've been able to accumulate. How dope is your house? How cool is your car? How many, awesome gadgets and cool things do you have in your house or at your disposal? Like, all of that's great, but I think there are more important things, namely like who you are. And what I mean by who you are is like, what is your character like? Are you a genuinely good person? Do you try to be a person of integrity where you are who you are regardless of who's around, where you're trying to genuinely make an impact on the world and help people out, help people who are less fortunate than you, all that stuff, right? Because I think that is far more important than how successful your business is or how high profile your job is. But according to this person that we're going to look at here in a second, that's actually not true. And so I'm not into the sports space a ton, right? I played college football. I got a scholarship to play football in college. I played offensive line. It was cool, but I'm not like a huge football fan. I think I like playing more than I actually enjoy the game. I'm not someone that just like loves to watch football, right? I know a bunch of you guys are. That's cool, but that's not me. My wife probably likes watching football more than I do. But I'm especially like not into golf. Golf is a hobby for a lot of people, especially in my realm. Like, I know a bunch of pastors who like love, going, hey, when are you going golfing? Oh, like, did you see that new golf apparel? Like, no thanks. Like, Happy Gilmore says golf requires goofy pants, and I can't remember. I can't remember what else, but something. So it's not my cup of tea, right? But I am familiar with who Scotty Scheffler is. He's a golfer, apparently a really good golfer, someone who's won a lot, and someone who has a lot of potential to go down in history as one of the greats, right? Which is cool. Like, greatness is cool. And apparently Scotty also has a wife, and recently, I believe, has like a young child. And there was an upcoming tournament, and he was at a cup or a whatever golf competitions are called, right? I don't know. And they were asking him before, like, what it would mean to him, and he basically said, like, what's one more win? Like, there are more important things in life. Like, if I'm my role as a dad, my role as a husband is more important than my role as a golfer. And good old Skip Bayless, baby, everyone's favorite sports commentator, Skip Bayless, had some words for Scotty. And so I'm going to play this to you guys. But again, I've heard a lot of interesting advice, and this is some of the advice of all time. So let me just hop over here and let's hear good old Skip. Here we go.
You can't just shrug it off at age 29 and focus on, as you said, being a better father than a golfer. You can't do that, Scotty. No, God wants you to maximize the platform from which you can honor him and encourage fans to open their hearts to him, to God. That's what God has led or called you to do, Scotty, not to focus on your wife and infant son before you're 30. Golf is just too hard. The line is just too fine between dominating and missing cuts. So when I first listened to Scotty Scheffler's "What's It All Mean" comments the day before the Open, I couldn't help but think he would not win another major. Jack won 18, Tiger won 15.
Anyways, yeah, he goes on to say how much he, doesn't think that Scotty is going to do anything else. Man, it's so funny to me. He's like, saying you want to prioritize your wife and your kid, like, that's not going to help you be the best golfer. That's not going to help you go down in history as one of the greats. Like, you've got real talent. And by the way, like, as someone who hangs out in, the church space, the Christian space often, like, it is always sketchy territory when you are in a spot where you try to tell someone what God is calling them to do, right? Or you tell someone else how God is speaking to them is sketchy territory. Anyway, Skip, bless him. Praying for Skip, because this is a pretty bleak outlook on life. That, hey, forsaking my role as a father, forsaking my role as a husband, the greatest good I can do in life is be the best golfer, is, join the likes of Michael Jordan and Tom Brady and Tiger Woods. Yeah, I want to be just like Tiger, right? Like, that's what we want to do. Like, so how dare you say that you want to focus or that golf isn't the most important thing to you, that winning this Open isn't the most important thing to you because you want to focus on your wife and your kids. And so what's so it's relatively sad, because I think that's the trap a lot of people fall into, is that, hey, the most important thing is what I do, the things that I do, the things that I accomplish, the money that I make, the accolades that I can receive, the legacy of greatness that I leave behind is the most important thing, not the people that I've been entrusted with, not the relationships, not the person that I stood at an altar and committed to be with and to put their needs before mine for the rest of my existence. Not that, but achieving things. And so the wisdom here is, again, who you are is more important than what you do. Focus on being a person of integrity. And I know that I have a Pokémon business channel. For all practical purposes, my channel encourages you guys to start a business, to build something, to make money, right? And that's again, like, that's what a lot of this channel is, helping you guys get your store off the ground. Let me say this clearly. If I could take my store from, I don't know, $250,000 in sales a year to $2.5 million in sales a year, but it comes at the expense of my role as a father and as a husband, that is just called losing. Like, that's not like, well, I'm winning at work, but I'm losing at home. Like, nope, buddy, that's just losing. That is just a poor, that is being foolish. That's what that is. Because it doesn't matter how much money I have, if the people that mean the most to me and the things that I hold dear to start to drop in priorities because I'm trying to achieve something, I have lost the plot, and I fear that I've got some misery down the road. And I think the same is true for anybody who chooses to prioritize earning or, chasing that promotion or doing whatever over those other things, over being a person of integrity, over being a family man, over being a person of faith. If that's important to you, it's not worth compromising those things to achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So again, in summation, who you are is more important than what you do. Be a person of integrity. And yes, use your influence for good, but don't get lost in the sauce trying to pursue and achieve something. Because again, I have an opportunity to sit with a lot of people on their deathbed, and the stuff that they talk about in hospice as they're coming down to the final days is not, man, I'm so glad I've got so much stuff. I'm so glad I earned that achievement. I'm so glad I won that medal. It's always about family, always about those type of things, the people, the relationships. So Yep. Wisdom Wednesday. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I believe that Jesus loves you, that he's got an incredible plan for your life. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.